John's seed never had the father's full confidence, what I heard. But Joseph loved little sister Faith and gave her everything her twisted heart desired.
Jacob always tried to look out for his little brother. Imagine what he's gonna do when he finds out you killed him.
Joseph adopted Faith into their family. She's gonna be madder in a wet hen that you killed her brother John. Jacob sees himself as beyond the other so-called Heralds. He views his work as the most important, and that the other's purpose was to support him. John was always the runt of the Seed family. I'm not surprised that you were able to get him. But I don't know if you could handle his big brother, Jacob.
Jacob would happily sacrifice everyone and everything in Hope County to feed Joseph's collapse. He doesn't care about Faith.
John liked to throw his weight around, trying to prove how strong he was. Jacob knows he's strong. His actions are more controlled, and he's a lot scarier for it.
Jacob is the toughest and orneriest of the Seeds. He'll be pissed when he learns what you did to John.
Faith was Joseph's favorite, but Jacob is his toughest soldier, bar none.
John was the runt of Joseph's so-called Heralds. Smart of you to take him out early.
John was always super emotional, but Jacob's buttons won't be so easy to push.
Pretty sure Jacob thinks all of this is normal. I want to tell him, hey, look around, buddy boy. Nobody does this. You're a damn war criminal. But I don't got a death wish, so... Killing John's got to have made Faith all snaky. I'm afraid shit's gonna get even weirder out here along the Henbane.
Jacob was the big mean brute of the Seed clan. But don't let Faith trick you. She's the most dangerous of the lot.
I know Jacob's the bad guy and all, but every bad guy thinks they're this misunderstood hero, right? Has anyone ever tried to just, take him for coffee and talk to him?
Faith's half-sister to John and Jacob. With John out of the picture, she's gonna be pissed.
Faith may have been a monster, but I worry Jacob is even more heartless and cruel. He'll hurt and torture you to back and beyond.
When John asks for something, he's not really asking. He'll get what he wants from you one way or another.
Jacob was an example of how a vet can go bad without any help. Still glad he's dead, of course.
Faith was the worst of the Seeds. Ain't nothing but a blessing that she's gone.
Sometimes I think Jacob just wants to watch the world burn and know that he had a hand in it.
You can see a family resemblance in the Seed family. Except for Faith. It's weird.
Jacob was nothing compared to John. You gotta take him down, just like his brother.
Jacob is a veteran. Used to be some hot shit Marine or something. Makes sense with how he's training his army, I guess.
I've known men like John Seed before. Real charismatic. They'll sell you poison and convince you it's a health tonic. He'd fit in real nice in Washington.
John Seed was nothing but a pissant compared to Jacob. He's one who knows how to hate.
Sent Faith down to hell, of that I'm sure. Finish off Joseph so they'll keep each other company. John's always been obsessed with the people in Fall's End. And with Mary May in particular.
Jacob's armory is where he tortures his prisoners. Those that really piss him off. You'll need a special key to get in.
If you could kill a creepy flower ghost, I think you can take down John Seed. You got Jacob, huh? Gotta be a special kind of crazy to string up wolves for your holy war.
You thought Jacob was bad. John's a piece of work I wouldn't wish on anyone.
Faith Seed was the stuff of nightmares. John ain't much better, but at least I know you got experience.
Faith getting dead was no small feat. But John? John's a mountain himself.
John Seed was a rapacious thug, but Faith is worse. She infests your mind and corrupts your soul.
You might have taken out John Seed, but Faith is something else entirely.
There's this bunker called Jacob's Gate. Don't know how conceited he is to name it after himself, but he's generous enough to leave it behind.
Jacob Seed is dead? Son of a bitch. I need a drink to celebrate. Now to take out his damn sister.
Joseph's so-called heralds represent mind, body, and soul. A tri-stat of horror. Faith's End has freed our souls.
John's dead, but he was just a man. I'm not even sure Faith is real. More like a ghost story with teeth.
John Seed was a tough nut to crack. But Jacob has built a merciless force of chosen fanatics and monstrous judges.
John Seed was a piece of work, that's for sure. But his half-sister Faith is like the devil incarnate.
Thanks for taking care of John Seed.
Hey there, fella.
But you're dealing with Jacob now, so be on your toes.
The cult is madder than a nest of hornets. Faith is particularly perturbed from what I heard.
Jacob's pissed. That's new. He's always been the crazy type, but I'm afraid of what he'll come up with next.
With Faith dead and the bliss gone, Jacob will need a new source for his army.
We should hide.
Well, they say Jacob is a monster, but Faith is the one that scared me. Your body can always heal, but if she ripped out your soul, glad to hear she's done for.
Jacob will be pissed that you and the Cougars freed the Henbane River. He'll need a new source of soldiers.
With John gone, Jacob will have a harder time building up his army. But he's already got a strong force at the ready.
We may never know the truth about Faith, but John's nuttiness is cut and dry, in my opinion.
They say you killed John. That's no mean feat, but I gotta warn you, Jacob's a whole lot meaner than his little brother.
I can't believe no one saw this coming. When Jacob first set up shop, I thought, this guy's trouble. Think anyone listened to me? Nope, not at all.
I know they say you killed John Seed, but I don't know how y'all are gonna deal with Jacob and his hardened chosen.
The Seeds are damn good at manipulating. Take what they did to me. They knew I was out for them. Knew I was stocking up. Before all hell broke loose, they had the town at their back. They show up to my place with forged documents talking about how they legally purchased my land. Had a copy of my signature and everything. Of course, nobody listened to me. I was just a servant of Satan who didn't want a church built on my land. Ha! Is there a church on my land now? No. Is my place that was once chock full of supplies gutted? Yes. I'm telling you, knowing I could have done something about the Seeds early on just eats me up inside. But I had no proof. Hell, on the surface, they were minding their own business. And they look like good, honest people. Well, it serves us right to judge a book by its cover. If only more of us had read in between the lines.
Know how I sniffed out Eden's Gate's bullshit early on? Only the Seeds were allowed to be angry. Everybody else had to be calm. Even though we all had our asses in that church because we were mad at the same shit, too. But now everybody gets to be angry, because it's a weapon pointing where the Seeds want it. Protect the project. Transparent, motherfuckers.
What?
The guy who killed Jacob. He fucking cheated.
What makes you say that?
You know Jacob. There's no way he would have lost in a straight-up fight.
Yeah, the whole thing was rigged. But what do we do about it?
Can't do anything for Jacob. We can make sure Pratt pays for letting that bastard get away.
That piece of shit is still alive.
Yeah, last time I saw him.
We should have just killed him while we had the chance.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, I guess you're right. He deserves to suffer.
Amen to that, brother.
You think this is still good to eat? What the fuck? Jacob's dead and all you can think about is your fucking stomach. Guy's gotta eat.
Eden's Gate can suck my toe.